Mr. Trinidad, tell me what scene you on. Do you just like political confusion? You criticizing the way you live, yet you can't produce an alternative. You say you against the power structure. You ain't like the opposition either. But take care, you jump out the hot water and end up in the center of the fire. Because you refuse to vote in election. But then you want revolution. You're strongly against communism. You walk out on colonialism. You say if William had to go, but who to replace him? You ain't know. So to make a long story short from in front, Trinidadians they really know what they want. My friend, if you don't want democracy, the opposite is guerrilla activity. If you don't want democratic improvement, you have to want a revolutionist government. And yet when Guy Harewood went in the hills with Jennifer Jones, you let them get killed. All you're doing is grinning and skylarking. You come like the ass in the lion's skin. Because you say Robinson is a traitor. You say what's than that about Ranger. You say Kamal seeking his own interest. You call Millet a Marxist Leninist. You are ODAC, neither DLP. And you say TNM is only Rachipi. Well, you tying up yourself. I gonna tell you why. Trinidadians just like plenty mama guys. Afro-Trinidadian talking black power. It's not wrong for a man to love his culture. Yet you walk around with your Afro flat and you're dragging a maggot and fat. But although they're rapping about Africa, you're eating roti like if you're born in India. So who you go blame when you make your book and end up like a cat on a hot tin roof? Because you say you're going Afro all the way. You smile when they bring in to the base. William say he want to retire. You beg him to stay a little longer. You reject Carl Acton public order. Now you want the same Carl for Prime Minister. Like your sense of reasoning goes and comes. It won't surprise me if you call back Albert Guns. You say that you didn't want no dictator, yet you want one fella to reign forever. Abbott Malik, you say he guilty. Parmasadi the same, yet you set him free. Long ago you didn't want Fidel Castro, but now you say the same Castro is a hero. Well, this attitude, like Humpty Dumpty, you might fall off the wall eventually. Because you say Butler was too high-handed, even Maraj uneducated. You say that we can't trust Jamada. You find Sukaran to Konkosa. You say the accent is on the young man, yet you run and call back as Schwarzenegger. But you won't call back until you call disaster, like the colonial days of the slave master.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people, you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
And of course, let me say a special hello to all the 91.9 FM listeners as well as those listening to us live on WZY 95.9 FM here in the diaspora. Of course, yes. It's your boy Wall Street with Uncle Tommy. They say they're calling him Uncle Tommy now in the village. You know, your boy Wall Street and Uncle Tommy in the village, streaming live on 91.9 FM. And ladies and gentlemen, before you come on, share the live. Iowa TV on YouTube, the Street 919 FM on Facebook, the Street 919 FM on Instagram. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are fixing the phones. We go fix it. You know, it has some politicians say we go fix it, right? Yeah, we go fix it. But tonight, we can only take your calls on our WhatsApp number, which is a free call. That number is 973-868-1444. Again, that number is 973-868-1444. Let me bring in the half of In the Village with Wall Street. And Tommy, they're calling you Uncle Tommy. Where is that one?
Hey.
Yes, we're bringing in. Go ahead.
I'm good with Uncle Tommy.
All right. We're bringing in Thomas E. Marshall Nisbet, boy. Your full name, Tommy. Everything. We ain't leaving out nothing. Tommy, how are you going?
I'm quite good. And how are you today, my friend?
Well, Tommy, you know, today was a splendiferous, fantabulous, tremendous, splentastic, spectacular, splendid day, man. Tommy, I went out on the track today, and you wouldn't believe it. I was able to run a mile today, Tommy. And I want to tell already time, eh? And I run it in 9 minutes and 22 seconds, Tommy. And I was the most happiest person on the planet. Because, you know, the last time I tried, I could only make 3/4 of a lap.
Well, apparently whatever you're working with is working for you. So that's positive. That's very positive.
Yeah, man, it was very, very good. And let me say, folks, for the first few minutes in the program, you want to call and wish anybody a happy anniversary. You want to call and wish them a happy birthday. You know, we had the budget. We go get into the budget debate. People want to know whether the budget was a people's budget, whether it was a political budget. But Tommy, I want to do something. I want to say happy belated birthday to a young lady by the name of, oh God, you know, now I will remember her name. I'm not going to call the name, but I will remember her name, right? And she had have a significant birthday because she's close to my mother's age,
Wow.
right? And I thought I had to kind of give her, you know, we don't send shout out here in the village. We either send Tom out or we send Wall out, because in the village, we originate, we don't imitate, right? So I have to send a Wall out to that person. And I'm going to remember her name. I remember her name all the time, you know, and as soon as I get. But Tommy,
I myself have to say happy birthday to my first daughter who had one yesterday, and mine is coming up on this Friday. So
oh wow.
I'm looking for my presents.
Mm. But Tommy, tonight we have a person who a lot of people will believe wouldn't come into this program, and at some point in time at the top of the hour, that person promised that they was gonna answer the phone and they're gonna come into the program. I ain't saying who it is, but at the top of the hour, I know the person listening, the
So
person,
you got me excited thinking it might be the president or the prime minister.
let me just say, the person said, she said, Wall Street, when you call, I answering the phone. Right?
Because I see that's the president. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we definitely will get there. We definitely will get there, right? So tonight, people, let me just say a quick hello to some people in our chat here because, that's how it does go. Hailey, welcome. Hailey was first in the chat tonight. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hailey is breaking records lately. Hailey,
Yeah.
congratulations, Hailey.
And then we had Judy. Right, Judy, welcome. Boy, all of them beat Nadia, yes? Yeah,
Welcome,
right?
Judy.
Yeah. And then we had Denise G. Yeah. Troy Smith. So we had, right. Trini Hayes. Trin Jersey in the house, boy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trin Jersey. Hey, let me say a special wall out to Trin Jersey, yeah? That is a big group here, folks, in New Jersey, and them fellas and them, is a lot of them fellas and them who retired from football about 40 years ago, and that still go out in the field and try to play. You know what I mean? I don't try to go and play with them because I just want to embarrass them, Tommy? But them fellas and them from Trin Jersey is a special kind of crew now, you know?
Correct.
So Tommy, you know them too. You know them.
Everyone.
Yeah. Troy Smith already talking about the budget. Margaret, welcome. So, folks, tonight we want to talk about the budget. Tommy, somebody sent me what is that? Caribbean Soul, welcome. Wall Street. Rowley said nothing special about doubles, but he is cooking oil. All right. We ain't going there.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we ain't going there. Yeah, so folks, we have the budget, and here's the first question to you. Margaret wants to be included in the Jersey crew. I once lived there. Margaret, but them fellas and them might be a little, you know what I mean?
Are we talking about Margaret Guy?
Margaret Ganesh.
Ganesh?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking Margaret Guy when I heard she once lived there.
Margaret, most of them fellas who live in there, them get something in the budget, because they get something in the budget. Hello, caller. Welcome to In the Village on 95.9 FM.
They play there like Bacalal.
Who is this? PNM Gemma? Is this? It is PNM Gemma? PNM Gemma, turn on your radio. Turn on your radio. Turn on your radio or your computer. Turn on your radio. Yeah.
The TV.
Yeah, turn on your TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Turn on your 1,000-inch TV. That's it. PNM Gemma, that's a what? PNM Gemma, did you get your tickets to see Coco?
I ain't get it yet.
Well, all right. You're getting special delivery. Don't worry yourself. You have special delivery. You're getting special delivery. You will get special delivery. PNM Gemma, where you cook today? Where you cook?
I cook. I don't cook what I feel to eat. So I don't feel to eat today. White rice, steamed fish, with I was always getting that bitter thing. Oh Lord, Father. I was also getting bitter bush.
No, don't worry yourself, man. Corriley?
No, it's a bush. I can't remember. Oh Lord. That's not. Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Fred right there. Yeah.
You know, Gemma cook and she forget what she cook, yes? think it is.
No other forget kale.
Kale.
Kale is not bitter. That's beautiful.
Kale.
That's nice. Listen.
Kale.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good.
That's not bitter. That's not bitter, Gemma. That's good stuff.
So PNM Gemma, you like the budget, right? I know you like the budget. You like the budget.
I waited tomorrow to get papers to see the breakdown because I hear he increase senior citizen grant, but they just call a lump sum. They call it to say, we getting 3,000 5 days, so 3,006. So, this kind of way. They call it whatever.
But
they call it, say, how do they say, you get a so much and so much increase. They didn't say it in that way.
But keep listening, you go hear the number. Keep listening, you go hear the number. We go call the number for you. We go get the number.
Yes. Yeah. You like my canal, I am a girl Tarapuna coming on tonight.
PNM Gemma, you coming on busting mark on this program just so? What you come on busting mark for? What is that one?
If somebody call me and tell me that.
Somebody call you and tell you Mother Tanapuna coming on the program. I want to tell you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Somebody call me and tell me that.
Mother Tanapuna, they call you. PNM Gemma, I stay out of that. I stay out of that bacchanal and culture. Not me. I'm not in that. I don't want no part of that.
I lie down on my bed and watching my CNC3 news. And I have a movie I just watch after.
Yeah.
So I waited for my movie.
But yes. Gemma is still bust them big tunes. It is still bust them big tunes.
All right. Okay. PNM Gemma, later. Cool. Thanks. Yeah.
Yes.
Wall Street. I wonder if you could still bust a big tune like long time, boy.
Boy, PNM Gemma used to spin songs backwards, all kind of thing,
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. Real boy. Trini Hayes, welcome. Dario Lampkin, boy, from the Lampkin family, boy. Dario, Dario?
The Labo's son, that's the Labo's son.
Yeah. You're a big writer, You just write, You're a real writer.
Dario's my boy, man.
Yeah. So, folks, be taking your calls at 973-868-1444. We want to talk about the budget. And it's a simple question. Do you believe this budget is a people-centered budget? Do you believe this budget is a people-centered budget? And tell us 3 things you see that was positive in this budget. Tell us. Now, we are looking at the budget. I looked at the budget and I looked at the allocations, right? And we go get into that, after we hear what you have to say about the budget. Because as we have always said, people, this program is your program. We want to hear your opinions, right? And then we will give you, for example, right? We will give you the pros and cons with respect to the $3 increase in the minimum wage, right? That's what we will give you. The pros, here are the benefits, here are the drawbacks, and you could make your own assessment, right? So what do you believe? Do you believe this budget is a people-centered budget? And do you believe that everything you was looking for in the budget, you received it? Yeah. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Okay. All right. That caller. All right. Caller going just so, yes, but I know what happened, but like digital come and take your phone from she, yes? I know. Just so. Yeah, Tommy. So yes. we are just asking the people,
how they feel about the budget.
How do you feel about the budget?
Are they pleased or displeased? What irked you? What did you expect? What did you like about the budget? What did you dislike? Let us know.
And what we're gonna do? We're gonna get into some details, right? So let me just give you guys some details. For example, right, when you compare this budget to last year's budget, the oil price per barrel was $95 last year. Oil price per barrel is $85 this year. The gas price per MMBTU is $3 this year. Last year it was $6. Right. Total revenue last year was $56.175 billion. This year is $54.012 billion, which is a reduction in 1.163 billion. So we already seen that there are some differences. And what we're going to do, we are going to go through the allocations for the different ministries. We're going to take like the top 6 or 7 ministries and kind of give you the allocation. But I can tell you, looking at Tobago,
they had an increase.
Yeah, Tobago did get an increase. Tobago had, hold up, let's take this call. Hello, caller. You're in the village? Hello, caller.
Good night.
Good night, caller. How are you?
Good night.
Caller, turn down either your radio or your computer. One or the other.
Let me move. So let's stay here.
Yeah.
You could hear me now?
Excellent.
You good?
Yeah. You're fantabulous. Yes.
This is Pastor Street calling you here. This is Pastor Street.
Oh, you're going past the street. Where it is?
Yeah, I was sleeping.
You wake up
and
just...
then rain looking to fall. The weather changing, boy. So you know how it goes.
But Pastor Street, I call it today to tell you about the tickets.
Yeah, Gemma tell me. Gemma get it up. Gemma.
Okay, all right.
Send it for you, right?
All right, yeah. Because, we want to make sure they receive the tickets, So, wait, how things going up there?
So when you're ready, you call me.
Yeah.
You call me.
Yeah, I'll call you.
Okay.
I'll call you.
All right.
All right? Okay.
But I wasn't feeling so well.
Yeah. Don't worry, man.
Gemma just make me laugh. Gemma just make me laugh, yes.
Yeah, but Gemma come in the program and busting all kind of mark just so you know.
Busting out mark.
Just so you know. I know what is that going on, but
Gemma easy, man. Gemma tell you out.
Gemma come and bust mark. I try to make a little thing. She busting mark. She exposing the thing, I understand what's going on there. But Ms. Pastor Street, we hope you feel better. We hope you feel better and continue to support us. And tell a friend to tell a friend.
I have a strong mind. I have faith in God, boy.
All the time.
I have faith in God.
Yes.
The body,
keep your faith.
Overrule this body at all. Like a strong Vinci.
Yeah, man.
Keep your faith, Ms. Pastor Street. Your faith will make you whole.
Yes. All right, Ms. Pastor Street. Take care.
All right, my darling.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, you and your brother in there, pleasant night, right?
Okay, cool.
Same to you.
All right.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, Tommy. Ms. Pastor.
Yes, indeed.
She and Gemma's family, Gemma plotting already, boy. And listen, we still have to make that call, though, to that person. But we're going to make that call at the top of the hour. We're going to make that call. Yeah, so folks, how do you see the budget? We could come here and we could give you how we look at the budget. But we want to know what you felt about the budget. Did you feel that this budget was something that they have put forward things that people can really look forward to? I mean, I saw there were certain grants. I saw pension was raised from 60 to 65. There were certain things that happened in the budget. But we want to hear from you as far as what you think about the budget. You can also send us your voice notes at 973-868-1444. And remember, folks, share the live. It's Iowa TV on YouTube, the Street 919 FM on Facebook, the Street 919 FM on Instagram, and you can call us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Correction.
Correction. The Street 919 FM on Facebook, the Street 919 FM on Instagram. Caller. Hello, good afternoon. KFC, turn on your computer or your radio in the background.
I'm all along my TV then. Hold on.
Yeah, load on your big screen TV. Like Digicel come and snatch your phone too, boy. Digicel.
Yeah, but pension has been 65 all along. We're talking about NIS, which was 6.
I thought it said pension. I thought it was. Hold up. Let me see.
Pension has been 65
No,
all
the
along.
pension age. It was always 60, or it went from 60 to 65?
60 to 65 would be NIS, because pension was 65 always.
Okay. Wow. You mean Trinidad was higher than United States? United States is what? 60, 62?
We started 62, but that's equivalent to the NIS, which is Social Security.
Okay. So All right. Let me see if I have that here. NIB and retirement age. All right. Let's listen to this.
Revenue.
Let's listen to this. All right. Hold on. Yeah, caller.
Good afternoon, Washington.
KFC, how you going, partner?
Mr. Tommy.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, boy. I ain't seen nothing about it for me, you know. I ain't seen nothing about it for people who would collect disability, nothing at all. I ain't working about it was that a suicide budget or what?
What about the increase in the minimum wage? $3.
But there's a slab, but prices going up from tomorrow. That is robbery there, you know. But I ain't gonna right away. That going up when next year, February. They going for Christmas coming up, you know.
Well,
what should your government no real moves, you know, not to fool the people, you know.
KFC. KFC, what did they fool the people with? You think increasing our minimum wage is fooling the people? Huh?
After all years, after all that sufferation, but they get them minimum wage right away.
What about the $1,000
after Christmas?
What about the $1,000 book grant? What about that? What about that? I'm asking questions.
Well, that's a good idea. Okay. I had two little daughters there. I want to 3 years not going to school. I want 7 months.
But KFC, I think if I am now listener, I think when you hear people talk about the difficulties they face in buying books and all kind of thing, at the end of the day, man, if we want to keep it real, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
But that was there already. That wasn't there already?
Nah, the $1,000 book grant, I don't think that was there.
What is last the government you on the UNC they was giving out grants, book grants and all kind of thing. And
well, somebody could call us and verify that if that grant was there before. I'm not sure.
You see that budget? Elections up in the air, like the mama guy. That have to pay them supporters like you. You see, you go call all the PLM people and get them ticket. They get a ticket to go to the show. I can't even get a ticket. They give all the PLM ticket.
KFC.
But look to list. Yeah, blasted out here.
Yeah, man. Bless. Let me say one time, man. Let me say it one time, man. Folks, all we did, Tommy, is the phone ring, we press the green button, and we answer the phone.
That's correct.
That is all we did. Right? That is all we did. We didn't do nothing. And as a matter of fact, we didn't even know who called in. We didn't even know who the caller was. Right? But that's all we did. And Trini here says, I didn't see the budget, but what's allotted for infrastructure and security? All right, let me tell you what was allotted. For works and transportation, it was allotted $3.394 billion. Right, which was $354 million less than 22-23. So Tommy, think about that, right? Works and transport was allocated $3.748 billion in 22-23, and it was 171 million more than what was allocated in 21-22. However, in 23-24, it was allocated $3.394 billion, which is $354 million less. So think about that. It was allocated less. I don't know.
Well,
is that
we have to look at the mega projects that they are undertaking. How many of them have been were completed and have been delivered that wouldn't require that huge expenditure in the next fiscal period. That's what we have. That's how we have to analyze it. For example, the Point Fortin Highway, and they're saying that it's complete. They're saying that the Valencia bypass to the Toko Road, they say that's complete. So those huge expenditures would have satisfied the reduction. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm thinking right.
Well, you know what, Tommy? I think what we're going to do, folks, we're going to go for a quick station break. Are you listening to us here? It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy. Uncle, that's what you get a name, Uncle Tommy.
I get that from COP, right?
Right, you get a name from COP, Uncle Tommy and COP. You know, In the Village.
And Uncle Tommy and Wall Street.
Folks, stay put, stay strong. It's In the Village with Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and you on 91.9 FM and streaming live on WZYE 95.9 FM here in New Jersey. So stick and stay. We'll be right back after this short message.
They're looking for all kind of reasons to keep Calypso down. Raise your hand and support Crocro.
By public demand, Crocro is moving forward. With the full support of the icons and the hundreds who could not get in for the last 2 shows, come show your support and hear the 4-time king do what he does best. Friday 13th October at Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin, and Saturday 14th October at Sanderson Park, Faizabad. Both shows 8 p.m. Crocro say he ain't done yet because he has a massive bombshell to drop. Get your advance contribution tickets at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and the Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin at 1:20. At the door, you pay more. Come sing along to some sweet kaiso at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin. Both shows 8 p.m. It's all for the love of kaiso.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud.
Wow.
Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with Dat Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You could also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. Share the live, share the live. It's Iowa TV and YouTube, the Street 919 FM on Facebook, the Street 919 FM on Instagram. And you can call us here at 973. It's WhatsApp only. It's a free call, 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Caller, welcome.
Yes, also, the program is a very good program. Listening to a little piece on WhatsApp what it was, and I find it was very nice. I have some little topic, but I'll wait till I get all the information and talk about it and things. And keep up the good work while you're doing there.
Thank you very much, man. It's
Thank you.
Yeah, because there's one thing hurting me, but I would like to talk about it because I'm training by Savannah. I'm on by 2 trees by the Savannah. Which part we Hampton, we Concord, Mental, and then it's a train. You buy between the 100 meters. So a little piece high up, he say get from the something from the agriculture and things. So he buy 2 trees. Yeah. So I have the facts. I have people who give me the people who pay for the trees and then I really see or something. So.
All right.
So I'll send it to you.
Okay. Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, because you must have proof when they're doing them things. So I had the proof.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Thank you.
And I keep calling all you one thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, first
Thanks.
time. Yeah, man.
Do keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot.
You and your friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where's he calling from?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, folks, we was at Tommy. I think we were talking about works and transportation, right? Let me just go back. Yeah, I had to go over to the 91.9 chat 2.
Works and transport is 2.471, right?
Works and transport is
2,471 million.
No, in 22-23, it was 3,748,000,000.
Right, in this budget, it's 2.4 billion though.
No, it's $3.394 billion.
I'm looking at the wrong information here.
Let me see. Works and transport.
Works
Works and
and transport.
transport is 3.394 billion.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So it is they get 354 million less this year. So
okay.
Yeah. And Trini here said that's disappointing to hear. I mean,
you have to analyze the entire situation to see.
No, I know. Yeah, correct. You know,
see
I just
what major projects were slated to be completed this year that are completed, that were completed, and what is on the slate for next fiscal period, and that would explain what's going on with that money.
So Trini Hayes asked, was all the money exhausted last year? I mean, that's a good question. I would think, Tommy, that they normally exhaust all that money. I don't think they put any money back into the kitty. You know, as a matter of fact,
I say which is this year there were some big ticket items delivered. Like I said before, the Valencia highway / roadway and the Point Fortin highway. From what I'm understanding, I haven't. Maybe if we're wrong, someone can call and say what it is. But I think there were major deliveries this year. That was from last year's budget.
Now someone says Wall Street, but I thought we'd be like Dubai with Dragon Gas and they raise gas on us again. I think what we're gonna do, Tom, we're gonna get. I mean, we can do a surface analysis. I don't have all the numbers, but this is just the numbers that I was able to get today, and I was just able to make a comparison. But that's not the big picture. That's just a small picture, you know. And did they raise gas by $1? $1? If you know, Tommy.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Troy Smith said Dragon Gas will blow in the pump. What do you mean by that, Troy Smith? People need to stop being selfish and look at the things in total. Book grant is a brilliant idea. I really have to look at the budget before commenting. Keep raising the bar and hope 91.9 does the same. And folks, the comment by Victoria, all we are trying to do is we want to continue to be balanced. We want to continue that. You know, we're not changing that. However, as we have said, all opinions are welcome, right? We don't screen nobody call. We don't stop nobody from calling. We want everybody to call and give your opinion. Based on what we are looking here at the budget, just a surface. As a matter of fact, there are other things too as well. Let me get some of them other things too, Tommy. Let me see what some of the other things are. Let me call them things out for you. I have them.
Call us and tell us things like what was the increase in the gas prices and so on.
Yeah. Let me read some other things here. All right. So this is another thing, right? The finance minister proposed to increase the minimum wage from $17.50 per hour to $20.50 per hour.
$3.
This measure will benefit approximately 190,000 people in the workforce and will require an amendment to the Minimum Wage Act. This measure will take effect on January 1st, 2024. Right? So
I think that's what do you think? That's unfair or that's fair?
Tommy, I have said previously that we have to be careful with how we raise the minimum wage because it can have an effect on inflation, right? But I want to read this. I want to read this for you all. I want to read this. Let me see if I could come. All right, let me read this for you all. Because this is from an information perspective. When you're coming here, we want you to get some wisdom and some education. All right. Now, we're looking at the minimum wage in Trinidad, right? There are many benefits to a minimum wage of $3 for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Some of the most significant include increased purchasing power. A minimum wage of $3 will give low-income workers more money to spend on basic necessities such as food, shelter, and healthcare. This will help to improve their standard of living and reduce poverty levels. We have talked about that over and over again. That's one of the benefits. Secondly, stimulated economic growth. When low-income workers have more money to spend, they are more likely to spend it on goods and services, which will boost the economy. This will create jobs and lead to higher tax revenues for the government. Third, reduce crime. Studies have shown there's a correlation between poverty and crime, and I have said that over and over. A minimum raise of $3 will help to reduce poverty levels, which could lead to a decrease in crime. 4, improve health and well-being. A minimum wage of $3 will give low-income workers more money to spend on healthy food, healthcare, and exercise. This will lead to improved health outcomes and a better quality of life. Okay. In addition to these economic and social benefits, a minimum wage of $3 will also be a sign of respect for low-income workers. It will show that the government is committed to ensuring that all Trinidadians and Tobagonians have a fair chance to succeed. So here are some specific examples of how a minimum wage of $3 could help people in Trinidad.
Well, the minimum wage is actually $20.50.
No, it's $20.50 now. It's going to go to $20.50 on January 1st, 2024.
Yeah, but you're saying a minimum wage, meaning a minimum raise.
A minimum raise, excuse me. Thank you. A minimum raise. Yeah, minimum raise of $3. Thank you very much. Thank you. So here are some specific examples. A single mother working full-time at a minimum wage could use the extra money to buy more nutritious food for her children. A young man working part-time at minimum wage could use the extra money to save for college tuition. An older adult working part-time at a minimum wage could use the extra money to pay for prescription medication. A family-owned business could use the extra money to hire more employees and expand its operation. Overall, a minimum raise of $3 will have a positive impact on the lives of many people in Trinidad and Tobago. It will help to reduce poverty, stimulate economic growth, and improve the well-being of many Trinidadians and Tobagonians. That's what some of the facts states. Okay, and all we are here to do is to bring you the facts, right? So we don't just come and show things that, there's something called the spaghetti theory, right? In Trinidad, plenty of people that use the spaghetti theory. You all know what the spaghetti theory is? Let me tell you.
Throw it up on the wall. Throw it up on the wall.
Tell them, Tommy. Tell them what it is.
Throw it up on the wall. Let's see what sticks.
Correct. So that is just a little information. And go ahead.
I know you mentioned the health, the drugs, the money to buy drugs. Trinidad still has an advantage when it comes to medication. There's free medicine, there's free health care. So people, they're still gonna have money to do some more things than the people let's say in the first world. It's a different situation because there's a lot more assistance when it comes to medical and health care and drugs, CDAP as they call it. So I just want to interject that they're gonna have more disposable income to do other things, that they wouldn't have to worry about paying for drugs.
Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Mr. Wall Street.
Yes, how are you?
There's the program, right?
Yeah, you on live. You live. What's your name and where you calling from? What's your name?
Well, I got night to you, Mr. Wall Street, and to your wingman, your brother with you.
Yes.
I got night to him too.
Yes.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, but I want to say something. Yeah, no. I want to know, what is a politician? What is politics? Is politics there to give the citizens harmony, live in peace? Is politics there to give the citizens justice, equality? What is politics? Or is politics, or them who went and learned political science in the college, what is this? Is there them just there to pressure people? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? I mean, they're giving you something with the two hands, one facing up in the sky and one facing the palm piece facing the sky, the next palm piece in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The next palm piece in the ground is what they're giving you. The next palm piece in the sky is what they're taking back. I mean, what is really happening to us?
So, caller,
Did we went to school and get education to accept and tolerate these things?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, see education and all these things, man. It's messing up the place. It's messing up mankind. You understand?
Caller.
So they will tell you, we balance this, and we balance that, and we balance this, and we balance that. Like we went and get education for.
Caller, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? No, I was just saying that if you think that, let's say you were making $17.50, right? And listen, there's other things that's gonna happen. Of course, that $3 might only turn out to be $1.50 increase because other things may increase, right? But this is the thing, caller. Which is better, no increase or some type of increase?
Well, Mr. Wall Street, I mean, that is a tough question. The answer, I want to answer it in my way. What is better for me? What is better for me is that they decrease the prices of goods and use us for the same pay. If you understand what I mean.
Okay.
Because you make nothing for reason, you're going to increase our salary and things reason. What are we, fools? And plus, now, I'll tell you something, that a percentage of people don't work for the government, don't work, like, for private institutes. They work for themselves, like, a man driving taxi, a man who cut the lawn, a man who doing this. How them going to reach that standard when things is more? They just bring them more. They don't know if you know them out to something, People go and eat. A man on the street. And when they lie down in the very bad, big house, I wonder if them study the homeless. You understand? When they put on clothes, and nice clothes, and this, and I wonder if them study people who cannot say that when you have one suit of clothes. I just want to tell you something. You have a country, govern a country, be the leader of a country. You understand? That is so. God is make sure goes right from the former, starting from the former, the people on the ground first go up. I mean, all politicians here, them not doing God work at all. Them living, them doing work for the oppressors. You understand? For the system, the oppressors, who oppressors, that you work them do. Just imagine I 1%. And we laughing at you. No heart. Them, if you have no heart, you know, a hard heart. You have, that soft heart. And feel sorry for the people. This is really ridiculous. This is just like getting too ridiculous, crying everything, and then they're not doing nothing. The region salary goes. What people eat just wrong. It's not serious thing.
Caller.
What?
What I want you to do, caller, I want you to keep the faith, though. Keep the faith.
I always have faith, my brother.
Yeah, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Yeah.
I mean, there's the poor in heart because I always have the poor in my heart,
Yeah.
You understand? I always studying the poor. The poor is in my heart.
Right.
You understand?
Correct.
I taught them in my heart. I always studying them.
Yeah,
you understand?
You want you to continue to keep that faith. You want you to continue to keep that faith, man.
Yes, man. You all have a God, man.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah, man. Aslam, for 8 hours work now, we're saying that it's $200 a day from January 1st is the minimum wage.
Yeah, the minimum wage. Yeah, the minimum wage.
It will be $200 a day.
8 hours work?
8 hours at $20.50.
Hold on, let me take this call. Hold on a minute. Hello, caller. You're live on 91.9 FM. Hi, caller. How are you?
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from North Carolina.
North Carolina. Wow. North Carolina.
Hi, Ansel.
How you doing? And Tommy.
I'm good, thank you. Just calling to say congratulations and to show my support for the program. Wishing you guys all the best.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tommy, North Carolina, boy. Oh, God. We going down the road, boy. Are going down the road. Somebody sing a song, are going down the road? Yeah. Are going down the road? Yeah.
So like I said, we're looking at $200 a day from minimum for 8 hours work from January 1st.
Kingsley, hold on, Tommy. Kingsley.
Yes.
You have about 3 minutes to the top of the hour. Yeah. Go ahead. You have about 3 minutes to the top of the hour.
I wouldn't still. Let's take a minute and a half.
Kingsley, Kingsley, they raise your minimum wage, boy. You're getting $3 more, Kingsley. Come on, Kingsley.
But one shit, before we reach you, one shit. I want to thank you for bringing back night program on the airwave of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Because the last time we didn't have a night program, that was a fella called Sergio. You know what I mean? We should do for a program from 8 to 10 days on that program in the night. And you know what I mean? So it's nice to say bring back the night program.
Was that 90.5?
Yeah, 90.5.
Yeah, I used to call on that program, man.
Yeah,
I remember that program.
Yeah, I know you used to call on that program.
Yeah, I used to call on that program.
Rizzy, we come the king of the air because our station, we just beyond. You know what I mean? We don't, that's to say, we stick on that wherever.
But Kingsley, that was years ago. But Kingsley,
it's a very good thing.
You get $3 more in your salary. Kingsley, let me ask a question. Kingsley, if you get $3 more in your salary, Kingsley, isn't it means to say, all right, Kingsley, let me say eat up $2 in something else. You still have an extra dollar, Kingsley. You still have an extra dollar that you didn't have before. Let me be honest now, man. All right, Kingsley, I want to ask you the same question. Let's say they didn't touch it, right? Let's say they left it as it's at $17.50. Then what would have been the discussion?
Is he there?
Kingsley phone get muted all on a sudden. I know I'm the Kingsley now. I think the cell was mute Kingsley phone.
Hello?
Your phone was muted, man. Who mute your phone?
Yes, yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
Kingsley.
I was discussing something while I was talking to him. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Kingsley.
Yeah, I hear them say that if the money anyway is what?
What I said is that let's say there was no minimum wage. It was the same $17.50. Then what?
Yeah. If they didn't raise it?
Yeah, if they didn't raise it, if they kept it at $17.50 and they didn't raise it to $20.50, then what?
Well, it come like that $3 extra wash it. To be honest, it come like nothing. It come like nothing because after they put on back on the gas, the state tax the gas. My mouth open. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't be tasted and said they're going there. I tell everybody either UNC, but I do not believe they was going there. And they went there, boy. They went there.
Kingsley, what was the increase?
Wait. Kingsley, you can hold on. Let me just go for the quick break, or you can call back. You can hold on.
I'll give you a call.
All right. Yeah. So, folks, let's go for that. Let's take that break. Stay strong, stay put. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy on Wall Street, and you on 91.9
FM and WZYE 95.9 FM.
Thank you so much, Tommy. I getting tight tongue, boy. All right?
It's okay, true Marcanian.
Yeah. Stay strong, stay put. We'll be right back.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
They're looking for all kind of reasons to keep Calypso down. Raise your hand and support Crocro.
By public demand, Crocro is moving forward. With the full support of the icons and the hundreds who could not get in for the last 2 shows, come show your support and hear the 4-time king do what he does best. Friday 13th October at Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin, and Saturday 14th October at Sanderson Park, Faizabad. Both shows 8 p.m. Crocro say he ain't done yet because he has a massive bombshell to drop. Get your advance contribution tickets at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and the Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin at 1:20. At the door, you pay more. Come sing along to some sweet Kaiso at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin. Both shows 8 p.m. It's all for the love of Kaiso.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with Dat Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You could also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
It's in the village with Uncle Tommy on Wall Street on 91.9 FM, coming to you every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. So, folks, I got to make this call now. I'm going to try to make this call to this person who was supposed to come. I ain't calling the person name, but I'm going to make that call now. The person say that they was coming in the village. And so let me see if I could get that person. Here we go. I think I get that person number now. So the phone is ringing. So folks, I don't know what will happen, but you know, we just do it here in the village. We just pick up the phone and just call.
Hello? I heard the voice of Jesus say, come on to me and rest, lay down thy way. We walk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mother
Good
Tuna.
evening.
It's Tommy, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street here. Mother Tuna Puna, welcome to Indie Village on 91.9 FM and WZY 95.9 FM. And Mother Tuna, before we start, I want the people of Trinidad and Tobago to know that we lived on the same block, 611 East 21st Street in Brooklyn for years. Is that accurate?
I live 617.
Well, I live with 611.
You live 611 and I live 617.
Right, I live 611.
Across the street. But yeah. I told them that already. Let me skip past that. Now, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Tom. Good afternoon, Wall Street.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
I want to tell Gemma something.
God,
Gemma, I don't like people who just run them out like that. I called that sister and I talked to you this morning. And you're running. You couldn't wait for the program to start running to make an announcement. Gemma, I didn't give you a message. And I don't like it. And don't ever do that to me again. I spoke to you and I spoke to Mr. Mount St. George. Good afternoon. I told two people and you had to come in to announce me. Gemma, that is out of place. I do business and you didn't answer you because of that, Wall Street.
Mother Tanapuna, where you cook today? You cook today?
I come here to tell you about cooking and cooking. You come here to tell me you have a program. I'm happy to know you move it from balance program to the village. Congratulations on that.
But Mother Tanapuna, you ain't just talk about the minimum wage, Mother Tanapuna. I think that's a good thing.
I don't put my analysis in my paralysis a long time. Yeah. The way I want you to talk to you and say. I'm happy with anything the PNM do. They've been doing and doing and doing. And I want to tell you something here tonight, Wall Street. I know you're a young boy. Yeah. I know you're a little boy running in a little short pants for the morning. You go and run, Yeah. He was in my mouth, in my face, in Brooklyn, right? Yeah. On 21st Street Road.
Correct.
And my son still is Olive family. Yeah, man. Anyway.
Yeah.
I want you to be balanced, as they say, you're going to be balanced. I know you do a lot of collateral damage to the minds and hearts of PNM people. And I wanted to reflect on that. And I don't want to know that you coming in here as a bait to bait people like me and even to Gemma and Mama Guidance. You can't Mama Guide me and try to get people to pull them over to go and be Tisha and them other people, Don't show no sprat to catch no bait over whale over here,
Mother Tanapuna.
Wall Street, man. Wall Street, you have to I know you're a PNM. You tell me you're a PNM. And tell them that we spoke over 1 hour last night and I give it to you good. And I will tell you, I'm not so easy not to crack. I said, not to crack. It will bust all the teeth in your mouth. You understand? Because I stand for truth and justice. And the UNC have no form of justice and no truth. And I see your hand in Kinsley. I'm telling them in mind, man. And anytime Kinsley coming around somebody's because he's looking for people for UNC. And don't try to fool nobody here, Wall Street, man. I tell you, I was talking, I just tell people like it is. I admire what you're trying to do, If you're changing your modus operandi, if you're being fair and transparent And don't let people like Kunchi and Kingsley and them come and corrupt you. You come and redeem yourself. You don't have to come to PNM. You could be your own independent person. But don't come after PNM people because you get licked up. Yes, my son. Yes, my son.
You and I supporting the same party, right? Right? You and I supporting the same party, right?
Yes, yes.
Me and Gemma.
But you don't hear me running them down like you do on Wall Street. Wall Street, you didn't hear yourself, you know.
Maratanapuna, listen to this. You are welcome in this program at any time, right? Listen to that. I mean,
I know.
You're welcome here. Yes, like home to you because we have been, just like I know Gemma from Thomas and Street.
Yeah, I will come in when I see you to come in. I don't want nobody come in for me, and I don't want to back down with Gemma because Gemma is the one that to come back and make back down. I am on the Lord's side, brother. Where are you? I start to sing. I heard them. I will sing for you when I want me to sing. I will pray for you when I want me to pray for you. But you see this bacchanal gladiator styling, I done that for many years ago. You understand?
Well,
I have a character. I am a name to start out. The only thing you have to is your character. I don't want nobody pull me back down in the gutter.
Maratanapuna, I want to say thank you so much for picking up the phone. And you know for a fact, for a fact.
I tell you what's going to be easy.
I know, but I don't know beef with you. I don't know beef with you.
I don't want you to feel like disrespecting it anyway, but you know I'm a friend. I talk my mind. I looked at it and listen, I on your program since you come in. I don't listen to these 24/7 program. Me, I tell me that. But I listen to you. I give you the respect.
Mother Tunapuna, we appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Mother Tunapuna.
What's disrespectable? And I don't want anybody to disrespect me. Like how Paul Saran disrespect me last night and tell me why I don't go and see about my health. You understand?
No.
I was on the chat last night. Paul Saran.
Yeah, Mother Tunapuna, let me don't go down that road. Mother Tunapuna, tell Mount St. George from Tobago. Tell him, my father is at Tobago.
I don't carry message.
And
I don't carry message.
No, but waiting for him to call you. He listening. He listening.
Well, I don't know. I don't carry message. I've done that.
Okay.
I regret I talked to Gemma now. I regret. Gemma not going like a rare boy.
Let me leave it there. Maratanapuna, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right? Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, but we want people to call in and tell us their views as to what they expected from the budget and how they feel about what they got and what's coming up.
Yeah. Well, folks, that is they used to call she the queen of the areas, until something happened and they give it to Aisha. Caller, you're live in the village.
Good afternoon, Wall Street and Tommy.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
We come and talk about the issues, man. That bacchanal too late for that bacchanal thing with Jaman now, man. We're talking about the budget.
Yeah, we talk about the budget.
Budget. Did that for them for daylight show now, man. We did one thing, and I know you that PNM and they're greeting all the PNM colleagues and them now, man.
But KFC, but like I put something on the table that other PNM people may not want me to be saying, right? I talk about we talking about we balance, right? We talking about the minimum wage. You may not think the minimum wage is a good thing, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying that at least you have a little $3 extra in your pocket per hour.
Yeah, but they're giving this and taking it back. So what is that the package showing way? Why should I bring the program to the PNM program now? Everybody will make the contribution and thing.
Yeah.
And they come. You only PNM for the squad reason the Swanky Jama. Swanky Jama, good night.
Yeah.
Currently program was shoot. I locked on listening.
All right, man. Bless.
Anytime.
Folks, what happens, all right? What we have to be honest, right? We have to allow people to give their opinions. Everybody have an opinion, and that's what we're about here. But also, we're about to bring in you information. Like, for example, we just bring you the information with when we look at the minimum wage, right? here are the pros and here are the cons. Now, Captain Singh, you just talk about property tax. So Captain Singh talk about property tax, right? And as he talk about property tax, but before we go to that, Tommy, I want to highlight something here from the budget. Based on the numbers I received, the highest allocation is for education. That is 8.022 billion. That's 569 million more than the 22-23 budget. They have the highest allocation. And interestingly, and we're just dealing with the numbers here. We're just trying to give you all information regarding the numbers. There is more details about the budget that once I get the overall report, I can delve into it. But I'm giving you surface things here. Health, the Ministry of Health received the second highest allocation of 7.409 billion. That was 517 million more than 22-23. Now, the next one was national security. National security went from 5.798 billion to 6.912 billion, which was 1.14 billion more. Now, people may ask the question, are you going to get 1.14 billion more services for that money? I mean, that's the question you may ask. Based on the numbers, we're looking at the allocation, we're looking at the numbers. Are you going to get that? And we have to be hopeful, huh? Well, so let me ask the question to the listeners and the callers, right? National security budget went from 5.798 billion in 22-23 to 6.912 billion, which was an increase of 1.14 billion. All right. Do you believe that you are going to get 1.14 billion of services in the country? Asking a question. Right? And that's the question there, Tommy.
Yep.
You know. So let me see what else we have here, Tommy. I think that was it. You know, we had some other information. So we already talked about Tobago, right? The allocation for Tobago.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's remind them what this WhatsApp number is to call in. It's 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. That's
And
WhatsApp.
Go ahead, Tommy.
That's a WhatsApp call, so you don't have to worry about spending up your money on Digicel or B-Mobile or whomever.
And remember, folks, share the live, Iowa TV and YouTube, The Street 919 FM on Facebook, The Street 919 FM on Instagram, right? So that is something that we have to look at as we go more into it, you know, that the last time, Tommy, education also received the highest amount of allocation in the budget, right? The last time. Now, I think something significant here. Where am I looking at that? Right. So what happened is that the fiscal deficit actually increased. It went from 1.50 billion to 5.197 billion, which is an increase of 3,687, right? So there was an increase, right? While last year there was only an increase of 1.510 billion, right? So I mean, there's a lot to analyze in the budget, and once I get, you know, most of the other numbers, you know, I'll be able to go give a more intense analysis, you know.
You have a call coming?
Yeah. Hello, caller. You're live in the village with Uncle Tommy on Wall Street.
Hello.
Yes, you're live on air.
Welcome.
Good evening. How are you all?
We are doing excellent. How are you?
Great.
Good. This is Priscilla Ramtran with Project Love Global.
How are you?
Very, very nice to hear you.
Good. I just called to say congratulations to you all for the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. How's everything going?
We hanging in there.
Pretty well. Pretty well.
What's the topic of the night?
How are things with Project Love, Priscilla?
Did you hear Tommy?
No.
He said, how are things with Project Love?
Oh, Project Love is going so well. We're getting ready for our December Christmas event. So I want to invite you all to go to Amazon and purchase Globalization of Hearts. All of the proceeds will go towards our event.
Okay. Yeah. You definitely have to go look at that.
Tell our audience about some of the
right. Thank you all for this opportunity and for connecting all of our Caribbean people. And I appreciate being a part of the family. So good luck.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you so much.
You too. Have a great night.
All right. Thank you.
You too. Thanks.
Right. Yeah. You know, I think, Tommy, we when we look at these things here, and there is a set of other let me quickly go to the comments. Let me see. Rennie Mohammed, welcome. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Tommy, when we look at the allocations here, you know, Tom, you know what surprised me though? I was kind of surprised that public utilities received an increase of $195 million. It went from 2.823 billion to 3.018 billion, 195 million increase. I didn't really, I didn't understand that one.
Well, people want to improve water services, and in order to improve the delivery of a utility like water, it may take a little bit more money. So, I mean, as long as we get results or bang for the buck, it should be all good. If we don't get an improvement in the service, then it will be a little bit questionable as to why such an increase.
And Tommy, as you say that, housing went from 974 million to 1.610 billion, which was 972 million increase.
Yep.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
974 million, 22-23, to 1.610 billion, an increase of 972 million.
That means that there'll be an increase in housing development and that there'll be more work. All of these measures, if they work right, are supposed to reduce the crime in the country, because now there will be more work available for people who will be idle and thinking of doing crime. So it's a good thing on the surface.
And I think the people of Tobago might be somewhat unhappy with this allocation that they received, because they went from 2,521 million to 2,585 million, which was an increase of only 64 million more, while in 22-23 they got 185 million more. Right? So, you know, that increase in 23-24 was not really a large increase, but there was an increase. You know, I'm sure, I think I saw something where the THA chief was looking for, was it 5-point-something%, I think, or 5-point-something billion? I think it was 5-point-something billion.
It's a lot less than they anticipated that they should have gotten. But I guess.
Yeah, I mean.
It's better than none.
I mean, I kind of just rushed and put these numbers together. You know, there are other important things in that budget that I would like to look at, you know, in order to do a more in-depth analysis. But this is just something that I just felt that we can do to give you that information and give you a little bit of information too on But the thing that I saw, Tommy, I actually thought that the minimum wage was not a bad idea. I think that was something that was good.
I think so too. I think so. I think in the long run, if you look at the cumulative amounts, it will put much more disposable income, at least a little bit more disposable income in the hands of the people at the bottom of the spectrum.
Yeah, I just feel that, and I understand, Tommy, that $3 increase, $2 of that might be eaten up. When you look at gas increase, when you look at other things increase, when you look at food prices and so on and so forth, right? But at least if you have $1 extra per hour, at the end of the week, you might have a little extra something to do something else with, rather than it being not even there, if it wasn't even there.
Yeah, because you're looking at an 8-hour day, an increase of $24.
Correct is right. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
And over 5 days, then you look over a month, then you look over the year. So it's a start.
One thing I didn't see, I couldn't really see anything else, is if they address anything to do with the high food prices.
We'll have to do some more analysis. It's a bit early to decipher and digest everything.
Yeah. But then, you can call us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And you can also send us your voice notes at 973-868-1444 as well.
Share your thoughts on the budget with us. Share your thoughts. Let us know how you feel, what you thought, what you think, and what you expected, and what you believe should happen.
I mean, I think, Tommy, that song we play by Maestro, yeah?
Mr.
Ali said, it sounds good. Trying hard to make it make sense. Victoria says, we have to watch the deliveries for utility. Remember, there was discussion about raising WASA rates, so that balance out. So if they raise WASA rates, at least you have a little bit of something,
Right, but with the increase in the budget, it wouldn't be necessary to put additional burden of raised water rates on the citizenry.
So JB Harper is saying Wall Street is the PNM 9 budget. It's an election budget.
That's true too.
But Tommy, I gotta be honest. I've always heard anytime come around to budget time and it's close to election, it's an election budget.
Well, yeah, we always hear that everywhere you hear that. That's not true in the United States too.
I mean, you have to give the people something, I mean, it shouldn't happen just before the election. It should happen all the time. But that's just the way it is.
Yep.
Nadia says, Caller Well said they're taking it back. Right? So Nadia is saying that they're giving to you in one hand and they're taking it back in another hand.
Who's taking it back? The merchants or the government?
Nadia, who's taking it back? I don't know. We have to ask Nadia that. Who's taking it back? I mean, I once I look at this, just the surface of the budget and the things that are happening from the budget, right? This is all surface, right? It doesn't seem to be that bad of a budget.
I mean, if immediately utility rates go up and gas prices go to the ceiling and so on and so forth, then we can clearly see that it's going to be taken back.
Now, here is something that I think that they can look at because property tax is now going to be implemented. The property tax is going to be implemented, right? And let me see if I could get this just before the break, right? And I think property tax is something where they could have looked at, in that when you have the minister talked about, all right, let's get this here. So we want to show you how you're supposed to calculate property tax. And we pay property tax in this country, but you know, Tommy, before we go to that, let's go for a quick station break, right? It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy on Wall Street, and you on 91.9 FM and streaming live on WZYE 95.9 FM here in the diaspora. You know, stick and stay. We'll be right back after this short break.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
They're looking for all kind of reasons to keep Calypso down. Raise your hand and support Crocro.
By public demand, Crocro is moving forward. With the full support of the icons and the hundreds who could not get in for the last 2 shows, come show your support and hear the 4-time king do what he does best. Friday 13th October at Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin, and Saturday 14th October at Sanderson Park, Faizabad. Both shows 8 p.m. Crocro say he ain't done yet because he has a massive bombshell to drop. Get your advance contribution tickets at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and the Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin at 1:20. At the door, you pay more. Come sing along to some sweet kaiso at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin. Both shows 8 p.m. It's all for the love of kaiso.
We are back with you. We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Wall Street on 91.9 FM. We come to you on this program every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. And we have approximately, 20-something minutes left. Tommy, I want to play. Go ahead, Tommy.
I realize much people aren't talking about the budget. Maybe it's a bit early. They haven't digested it yet. But go ahead with what you were saying.
And we just want to remind you, share the live. Share the live. It's Iowa TV on YouTube, The Street 919 FM on Facebook, The Street 919 FM on Instagram. And you can call us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. So this is how you calculate your property tax. Take a look.
Let me make it demonstrably clear. The base for calculating property taxes is the annual rental values of relevant properties. For example, in the first step, the Valuation Division has established and continues to establish annual rental values for National Property Portfolio, which comprises 600,000 properties, of which 400,000 are residential, 49,000 are commercial, 3,000 are industrial, and 148,000 are agricultural. Madam Speaker, in the second step, the Board of Inland Revenue will calculate the property taxes based on the annual rental values discounted by 10% with an application of 3% of the discounted annual rental values. For example, with an annual rental value of $24,000, the property tax will be $54 per month. Let me repeat that. With an annual rental value of $24,000, the property tax will be $54 per month, being $24,000 minus $2,400, which will equal $21,600 multiplied by 3%. This simple calculation will generate a tax of $648 per annum or $54 per month. Based on the progress in the compilation of the valuation rule, I expect that at least 50% of all residential properties, and quite likely more than 50%, will pay property taxes somewhere between $540 and $1,080 annually.
Mommy, I ain't sure about property tax.
Let me see.
Hello, caller. Kingsley, how you going?
Wash it.
Yeah, how you going?
That's everything. Let me say good night again to you. Good night again to Tommy.
Good night, sir.
Yes, good night again to Tommy. And good night to your listeners at this time. I want to thank Martha Puna for calling on the program. And I want to say it seems like woman leading in front, and it all make way for our next female opposition leader in the PNM. Because in the next election we call, we are going to win the election. I'm speaking about the UNC. But making our way, because to see that these two ladies, PNM Jama and Martha Puna, have belly to call in on the show. It show something that the PNM women, that they are very stronger than the men and them in the PNM, because they observe it, and I want to kind of say that it was a really surprise. You know what I mean? A PNM Jama Buzzy Mac early, but it was a surprise. But you know, it's all good. With one family, with one unit, and we trying to do the best. And the main thing about it, we for country, and that is the important thing. We for country.
Easy. You don't think this budget is for country? You don't think this budget is for country?
Of course not, Walsh. Walsh, I treated this budget as an evil budget.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
Last night, and this morning, I said Kingsley, give Inbut a blind. Let me see what Inbut is going to do different. You know, Inbut come with the same method, nothing different, the same thing.
No, but Kingsley, they gave $3 raise in minimum wage. That was different.
I don't work public sector. I mean, I don't work in private sector. I work in the public. I'm a public servant. I know that. I know I was there for back pay after 8 years. Can get back pay. You understand? I was there for I increase a raise of pay. I can get an increase a raise of pay. So that $3 is for people who can KFC and security guard and these kind of things on them. You know what I mean? I waited for. And that is why Wall Street. Anytime my union take 4%, I will be coming out of that union. My union must succeed, because we do not deserve Wall Street. I'm going to tell you Wall Street. In the last 2 years in the pandemic, Wall Street, me get a day home. I was outside making sure the public have a safe street to come out in at mornings, to go in the market at mornings. I was out there for 2 years. 2 years, Wall Street. I was out. I was in the pandemic, picking up cup with people drinking from and throw it in the roadside. I was out there for 2 years. And you are telling me Kingsley deserve 4%? I reject it. Because after listening to all who get 4%, they are holding their head and balling. The money is not enough. The money ain't adding up. So don't come and tell me about you're going to pay $1 billion in back pay. It is not enough. That $1 billion in back pay is not enough. Not enough. Camera pay 10 billion in back pay. It's 10 billion she pay in back pay. So when you want to come and tell me, right, who I know, all my workers and them, my workers, I have 4 colleagues, co-workers get the virus, get the COVID, they survive. Thank God. They survive. And they give them a month with pay and all kind of crap. You know what I mean? But I was out there in the pandemic for 2 years straight, serving the public, because I am a public servant. I'm a daily pay.
I think we get a picture. We get a picture.
My union is Lambert. Lambert represent me. That is my union. And when you could tell me today I was working from paycheck to paycheck. Paycheck to paycheck I working for. I have to go and get a next book. Long time, Wall Street. We used to be laughing at people in America saying, look at them. They have to work 2 jobs and 3 jobs. Now we Chinese have to work 10 jobs. 10 jobs to survive.
Let me take a next call here. We have a next call on the line.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Kingsley said I had to work 10 jobs to survive. I like Kingsley too, man. Kingsley said I had to work 10 jobs, you know. You know when you country had to work 2 and 3 jobs, Kingsley said 10, boy.
He said they used to laugh at us.
Yeah, he used to work 10 jobs. Look, somebody just sent me the budget there, yes. Somebody just sent me the whole budget there. All right, we go over that, and by the time Sunday, you know, and folks, also just remind you, we are also here. We are streaming live here Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Go to WZY TV or go to
95.9.
Yeah, go to 95.9 on WZY 95.9 on Facebook. So you could go to WZY 95.9 FM on Facebook, or you could go to WZY TV on YouTube, and we are streaming there Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. So you can get
just in case you don't understand, WZYE.
There we go.
WZYE.
Yeah. And Ali says, well, that will be another thing that will be going up every year. More burden on the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Property tax in their tail, boy. Now, let me quickly address that property tax, right? Based on we've been living in this country, we've been living in the United States for some time. You know, I think the property tax, when you have 3% across the board, I think that could have been done differently. You know, I think certain areas, it could have been like a scale. You could have a property tax with a scale, you know, on what you could have really done is start with houses that have annual rental value of maybe 800,000 and above, for example, or 750,000, whatever number it is, 500,000 and above. All right, you bring that in, and then the other people with 500,000 and under, then you bring them into the fray. You know,
I know what we're thinking. What you're thinking is what I'm thinking. It should be zoned.
Yeah, it should be zoned. It should be zoned. You know what I mean? So at least the people who cannot afford it will have enough time to prepare to afford it. You know, and I think something important that they will have to think about is that commercial property tax. I think that's something that will have to be thought about, because with that 5% commercial property tax, if you have a parlor in your yard, that parlor now becomes a commercial property and it will be taxed at 5%. You understand? So you are now going from a 3% based on annual rental value for your residential property. If you have a commercial property, that will be an additional 5%. So that's now is 8%.
No,
you know?
Now on a commercial property, is this still annual rental value, or is it
no,
or is it income driven?
No, it's not. It's not annual rental value. It's 5%.
Potential income. What is it?
I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I know it's 5% of whatever it is.
Wow. Of
You see,
5%.
so
it could be 5% of nothing.
Whatever it is, it's 5. No, well, it's 5% of something, because if you have a parlor, it's a structure.
5% of what? 5% of what?
Whatever the structure is. Hello, caller.
Pleasant good evening to you, Wall Street. Good evening to you, Tommy, and Trinidad and Tobago.
Good evening.
How are you this evening?
We are all fine. Thank you. Paul.
Fabulous.
All right, so let me say this, right, Wall Street. I just want to give my 2 cents on the budget, right? You want to increase the minimum wage from $17.50 an hour to $20.50 an hour, right?
Correct.
I am not really a mathematical person, but I will use my common sense to analyze, right? You cannot give somebody something and on the next end, you're taking it back, right? You want to put 15% in terms of VAT, in terms of canned food and other different items, right? You want to raise this, you want to raise that. So it's an even equaling. It's an even, you can't even breathe. So you're saying you're giving us something, but you're taking it back. That is not a budget for the people. That is not a centered people budget. You understand? That is a teeth-head budget. Let me tell you when it's going to be a centered people budget, and let me tell you when it's going to be a people's budget. You see, for the fiscal year come 2024 to 2025, during that general election period, that is when it's going to be people-centered. That is when the budget is going to be for the people. But for right now, you're still increasing gas prices, you're still increasing this, and you're saying minimum wage. When you total, that is almost 3,000 something a month. Persons who working for minimum going to get that. When you go to the supermarket, you can't even spend $3,000 because by the time you're done, so your money done. Look at the expenses in your home. Look at the expenses in terms of different things. Right? That budget is just propaganda and trick and hoodwink the people of this country.
Paul,
Thank you.
Paul, don't go yet. Paul. Hello? Okay.
Yes,
Paul,
I'm still here.
What about the $1,000 that the families get for book grants and so on? You don't think that's a good thing?
It is a good thing for persons who are needy in terms of when you do wait, let me finish. Okay. There is a fine print behind that. The government is not going to just give $1,000 just so. There's something called a means test. So we are coming to you. Let's say it have 2 persons working or 3 persons working in the household, and if they are going over a certain amount of money in terms of the household income, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. So they need to tell you that there's a means test, and if you qualify, then you're going to get it. They're not going to get every child $1,000 because you're going primary or secondary school. There's a means test, and if you're not qualified, they cut your throat. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. All
Thank you.
Yeah, Paul come out with a venom, but also that grant, that book grant. Right.
No, but people really have to analyze the situation clearly, and that's what we want people to think.
Yeah. We want you to analyze the situation.
Think.
We do. That's what we want, Tommy. I agree with that. We want you to analyze the property tax situation, because, I mean, even though somebody is saying that it's only X amount of dollars, right? I mean, I don't think other people should be counting other people's money. You know, you don't know what $54 means to me and my family, right? It may sound like it's a little bit, but if I have to fork out that extra money, right, that means to say I'm going to have to take away from something. You know, am I going to have to buy less food? You know, am I going to have to buy, maybe I might have to buy a cheaper sneaker so my son have to buy something cheaper. You know, maybe I have to cut back somewhere.
And then you, like you always say, we have to deal with inflation, which, in my opinion, is a lot of price gouging that takes place as soon as money seems to increase. The merchant wants to increase his prices also, especially now that he has to pay a higher minimum wage.
I say, caller, don't worry. Sometimes Ansem does act like he's slow now, like he don't know what trickery and deception. I mean, I could only look at it for what it is, right? And I'm not saying that there are other things that don't happen. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that, so Tommy, what about if they didn't give you the grant? Or what about if they give you $500 in the grant and they had given you $150 instead of $3? Then what? What about if they had given you, instead of $1,000 grant, they gave you $500 and then they gave you $150 instead of $3? Yeah?
Yep, it's a what if situation.
Mean Gene says, you are all misinformed. There's a meaningful discussion on the budget going on CCN TV6. Yeah, I know who those guys are. Karen Nunes, Teixeira, Arjun, who we had here. There is about 4 or 5 of them with that guy Mohammed. What's his name again? That guy Fazir Mohammed.
Fazir.
Yeah, right. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring in the economists to come in here.
We are no economists.
Yeah. And I'm not. What I could do, I could look at the numbers and I could analyze these different numbers. But that's what they do. Margaret says exactly. Go ahead, Tommy.
But we look forward to hearing your opinions out there. So call in and let us know.
Yeah. Margaret said exactly, Paul. The fact that they increase VAT on items, that is telling. Also, the book grant is definitely not for everyone. It looked like they're still throwing crumbs/bone to pacify the masses. But Tommy, it doesn't matter who is in power. Some of the same things we hear over and over and over again.
Yep.
It's the same thing we hear over. Doesn't matter who is in power. We hear this is an election budget, right?
I know we're hearing that it's not so election, but it's going to come next year.
Right. The election budget is next year. What about the food card grant? How much people get and didn't get it? Look, I think there are things that could be done differently, right? There are many things that could be done differently. And I've been arguing property tax for the longest while because we pay property tax in this country, right? And there are many people who will argue because America has property tax, Trinidad and Tobago should be paying property tax. I'm not too sure about that.
Not only that, just the scheme that needs to be clear and fair.
And I think more than anything else, that's most important, because I don't think everybody should be paying the same tax across the board. I just don't think so. And when I look at other things, but the thing about this, Tom, is that most people are not arguing that point. A lot of people are not arguing that property tax thing.
I think most people, or a lot of people, don't even understand how it works.
Well, maybe that too. Because you don't know what your annual rental value is going to be.
Yeah, your ARV. That's what's going to make the difference.
Yeah, you don't know what your ARV is going to be. You don't.
I remember that number is not going to be determined by you. It's going to be determined by some assessor. And what the scheme is for assessment, heaven only knows at this point. When it takes root, then we'll know what's what.
Yep. And then they can say that's going to be another burden on people who, I think, if you ask me, that property tax can be a bigger burden on people more than anything else.
Yep.
Because you don't know what it's going to be. That's the unknown. That's the unknown.
The ARV stories are too vague.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, we know we have a general idea about our property tax here, and we have gotten accustomed to property tax. We have gotten, yeah, right. Margaret says property tax in the state land. I keep asking about it. If someone inherited property, they got to pay property tax. I mean, if you inherited property and you have it, you own it now, you have to pay property tax. That might be land tax. That might be land tax.
Not just that, but now you have to look at the fact that senior citizens don't have the income stream as the younger citizens. They should be exempted from taxes, property taxes, or some sort of consideration should be given to them.
And not only that, Tommy, but in this country, pastors are exempt from property tax.
Right.
We have churches, yes, churches, right? We have some pastors living high up the hill up here, and them don't pay property tax. They have nice $1 million houses owned by the church, and they don't pay property tax. So JB Appa said Trinidad is still an oil-based economy with no long-term solution for diversification. And we are gonna give you guys, as we go along here, we're gonna give you guys some solutions with respect to some of the things that could be done in order to diversify the Trinidad and Tobago economy. Troy Smith says 2050 can't buy a pound of pigtail. So Tommy, we coming up to that time when we're gonna be off on 91.9 in Trinidad. So what we're gonna do, let's just give our closing comments, closing quotes, and then we're gonna continue a few minutes after here for the people in the chat to put up their closing quotes and so on. So whenever because they have to go to another program in about a few minutes. So let me give my quote, and then you can give yours, and then we'll see all those folks on 91.9. We see you on Sunday between 1 to 4 p.m. on 91.9 FM. And of course, folks, don't forget, share the live. Iowa TV on YouTube, the Street 919 FM on Facebook, and the Street 91 FM on Instagram. And tonight, we only had the phone here, just the regular phone, the WhatsApp phone, okay? The deepest sin against the human mind is to believe things without evidence. The deepest sin against the human mind is to believe things without evidence. What's your closing quote, Tommy?
Mine is from Lou Holtz. It says, "It's not the load that breaks you down, it's how you carry it. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's how you carry it." And like I always say, be that change, you that man in the mirror. If you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Love you all. See you next time.
Yeah. And I just want to say, Tommy, to all the programs that come before us, including Mean Gene say it's not the pastor, it's the
Okay.
And I just want to say, Tommy, yeah, I'm just trying to see here. Mean Gene says Wall Street is not the pastor, it's the church income that's exempt. I'm the church income that's exempt, but the house is exempt. They don't pay property tax.
It's an exemption on taxes.
Yeah, it's exemption. They don't pay property tax on the houses. I know for a fact we have pastors living up here, up in South Orange, up the hill, big mansion, and them don't pay property tax. No. So folks, if you're 91.9, we want to thank you for joining us. Again, join us on Sunday, from 1 to 4 p.m. Let me say to Heavy and TC, the program just before us, you guys stay put, stay strong. We want to say to Juju and Mr. Ruka as well with your program. We want to say Pastor Google as well. We want to say Daily Voice. And of course, in the morning, they start the thing here at 91.9, Sharon Felix and Bruce.
The Titans.
The Titans of Democracy. Yes. So Mean Gene, it's in at least in New Jersey, they don't pay property tax on pastors, or churches don't pay property tax on their residents. And that's why in New Jersey, they try to stop a lot of archdioceses from purchasing a lot of property. Like around Seton Hall, Tommy, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're purchasing all this property, they don't pay property taxes, and that doesn't help the community. So they try to keep them away as much as possible from paying property tax. Yeah? Yep. So you know what we're gonna do? Let's do this. Let's go for a quick break, and we'll be right back after this break. Stick and stay. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy on Wall Street on WZYU 95.9 FM. I'm streaming on 91.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-signer. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
They're looking for all kind of reasons to keep Calypso down. Raise your hand and support Coco.
By public demand, Crocro is moving forward. With the full support of the icons and the hundreds who could not get in for the last 2 shows, come show your support and hear the 4-time king do what he does best. Friday 13th October at Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin, and Saturday 14th October at Sanderson Park, Faizabad. Both shows 8 p.m. Crocro say he ain't done yet because he has a massive bombshell to drop. Get your advance contribution tickets at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and the Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin at 1:20. At the door, you pay more. Come sing along to some sweet kaiso at Sanderson Park, Faizabad, and Garden Jewel, South Central Road, Point Fortin. Both shows 8 p.m. It's all for the love of kaiso.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with Dat Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You could also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
We are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy on Wall Street on 91.9 FM. We can say just WZY 95.9 FM right now, but that's where we're streaming. And Hailey says, Ansem, buy me a jackpot ticket for the 1 billion. I go pay you back when I win. That thing is almost $1 billion, you know. Mean Gene said, do the research. What research? Mean Gene, what we do?
Well, we will when we get the data.
All right. So let me do that before we go. What is it? Do pastors pay taxes or what are we actually looking for? I don't understand. So Ali says, Ansem, you should buy your house through the church then. Yeah. Let the church buy the house for you. Darren Red says, recycle budget from the 8 years before.
Well, it would be nice if he called us in and told us what he thought was recycled.
Yeah, let me see. It's not the pastor, it's the church income that's exempt. Let's see. Does a church property exempt from property tax? Right?
Are pastors exempt from taxes in the United States?
Church property exempt from property. Well, it depends on what state it is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Property tax. Let's ask the question. I think we have to once I get that, I just got the budget. I'm gonna go over that budget. It's because it's interesting. So it's church property. So here it is. In the United States, churches are generally exempt from federal, state, and local income property tax, as they are considered to be public charities under U.S. law. However, the extent of the exemption varies from state to state. For instance, some state exempt property used exclusively for religious worship, while others exempt property used for religious purposes. In Washington state, churches may be eligible for a property tax exemption if they conduct certain activities and are wholly used for church purposes. The exemption applies to real and personal property owned by the church and used exclusively for religious worship and related church purposes. A maximum of 5 acres of real property is eligible for exemption. So there you have it.
And there are other situations where you can get tax exemption. 501c3.
Yeah.
Corporations, which
Yeah.
are
So me and Gene, we just do the research.
charities.
Yeah, because I know, as a matter of fact, up here, the pastor lives in a house, the church buys the house, and they don't pay no property tax. You understand? He living in the house tax-free. You know, and
Church property.
if they have a mortgage, the church actually is paying for the mortgage too anyway. You know? So folks, put closing comments in the chat. Eileen, Mean Jean, Darren Red, Nadia, if you're still there, Troy Smith, JB Harper, Margaret,
Denise G.
Denise G, if you're still there, Captain Singh, Rennie Mohammed, put close, Dario Lankin, if you're still there. What did Dario Lankin say? Oh, he said that's really the narrative. Always the bishop. Yeah, Dario had said, if I didn't see this, property tax, if used correctly, can be a great asset to the economy. That's a true statement. That's an absolutely true statement, Dario. Yeah, Victoria Morris too. So Tommy, the next week or so will be a debate on the budget.
Most definitely.
You know, and whether this is an election budget, whether it's a people's budget, you know, so we have to think about that. We have to
do some homework.
Right. We had to do the pros and cons of the budget. What are the pros and cons of the budget? You know, and once we do that, you know, we come back to you, and of course, folks, we keep it real. We still on that. Sunday program is a special program, but we want to continue to keep things balanced in this program as well. You know, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Darren says the only new thing in that budget is property tax.
Okay.
No, well, property tax wasn't really new. Property tax was part of the local government election. Right? Because when you collect the taxes, the municipal corporation is going to be allocating money for the taxes.
And Darren, when last was there an increase of the minimum wage?
That's a good question. I think that's a good question, Tommy. Let me quickly do that. When last year minimum? I think that was under the PNM, you know, I think. A minimum wage Minimum increase in Trinidad. So, who asked that question? Tommy, you asked that question?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question. According, okay. The last increase in the minimum wage was on December 1, 2019, when it was raised from $15 to $17.50 per hour. Right? So Tommy, at that time it was $2.50.
This time it's $3.
This time it's $3. Yeah. So there is some progression here. I mean, of course, Tommy, between that time and now, prices in food have gone up significantly.
Especially since after COVID-19.
Yeah. So Tommy, and we're gonna leave with this. So Tommy, if someone tackles it from that perspective, right? To say that the last time it was increased in 2019 and it was increased by $2.50. And 4 years later, you only increase it by 50%. Right? That is more of something that you can fight with, as opposed to just saying that, you know, it's a political budget or it's an election budget. Because I'm sure, you know, prices have increased in Trinidad from 2019 to 2023 way more than 50 cents. You know? And I'm sure there has been inflation too as well. You know? So, and Mean Gene said that's exactly what I'm saying. The research says nothing about the pastor. I don't think we said a pastor's salary was exempt from were we talking about property tax?
We're talking about housing.
Yeah, we're talking about housing. If a pastor buys his own house, he has to pay property tax. Right?
But if he's dealing with the church, it comes through the church. Then
if the church bought him a house, because I know people living on campus on Catholic universities, right? And the school have bought them the house, like a president of a school. The school buys you the house, right? If the campus big enough, the house is on campus, you don't pay no property tax. You don't even pay a mortgage. The school pays everything. Yeah. So Tommy, we have already set our closing comments, and I don't see any closing comments coming here in the chat. So we're gonna go out with, what song can we go out with here? Okay, let's go with Appreciation by Johnny King. Oh. Tommy, I'm gonna go out with this one. I'm gonna go out with Maestro.
Mr. Trinidad.
Yeah, Mr. Trinidad. Yeah, because I think that's a great one. Yeah, let's go out with that one. So folks, see you tomorrow. Same WI time, 7 o'clock. See you.
Good night. Good night, Wall Street.
Mr. Trinidad, tell me what scene you on. Do you just like political confusion? You criticizing the way you live, yet you can't produce an alternative. You say you against the power structure, You ain't like the opposition either. But take care, you jump out the hot water and end up in the center of the fire. Because you refuse to vote in election. But then you want revolution. You're strongly against communism. You walk out on colonialism. You say if William had to go, but who to replace him? You end up. So to make a long story short from in front, Trinidadians they really know what they want. My friend, if you don't want democracy, the opposite is guerrilla activity. If you don't want democratic improvement, you have to want a revolutionist government. And yet when Guy Harewood went in the hills with Jennifer Jones, you let them get killed. All you're doing is building and skyrocketing. You come like the ass in the lion's skin. Because you say Robinson is a traitor. You say what's that about Ranger? You say Kamal seeking his own interest. You call Millet a Marxist Leninist. You are ODAC, neither DLP. And you say TNM is only ratchet beam. Well, you tie up yourself. I won't tell you why. Trinidadians just like plenty mama guys. Afro Trinidadian talking black power. It's not wrong for a man to love his culture. Yes, you walk around with your Afro flat and you're dragging a maggot and fatsapat. But although they're rapping about Africa, you're eating roti like if you're born in India. So who you go blame when you make your move and end up like a cat on a hot tin roof? Because you say you're going Afro all the way. You smile when they bring in to the bay. William say he want to retire. You beg him to stay a little longer. You reject Carl's act on public order. Now you want to say Carl for Prime Minister. Like your sense of reasoning goes and comes. It won't surprise me if you call back Albert Guns. You say that you didn't want no dictator, yet you want one fella to reign forever. About Ed Malik, you say he guilty. Parmesan is the same, yet you set him free. Long ago you didn't want Fidel Castro, but now you say the same Castro is a hero. Well, this attitude, like Humpty Dumpty, you might fall off the wall eventually. Because you say Butler was too high-handed, even marriage uneducated. You say that we can't trust Jamada. You find Sukaran to Konkosa. You say the accent is on the young man, yet you run and call back Ashford Sinanan. But you won't call back until you call disaster, like the colonial days of the slave master. Indian, Trinidadian, naive as ever. That is why they formed the Mahastaba. They're conservative, only talking race. Yet you see so much Douglas all around the place. They say they just need pork for them. How come them and black pudding is such good friend? You're making your own self a package show. You might end up just like Rumpelstiltskin. You call back Solomon a bashon, yet spending your money in London. You say the country's ace-man fighter is a regular ganja smoker. You call your picture a seditious traitor. Now that same traitor is a union leader. It won't surprise me if you move Malik from that row and make him minister of home affairs tomorrow. Rasta Trinidadian, walking, talking peace. Yes, he always in trouble with the police. Saying peace and love, right on, brother man. Yet if you watch him hard, you want to break your hand. They say they doesn't need pork, but then how come them and black pudding is such good friends? They're making their own self a package show. You might end up just like Rumpelstiltskin. Tear dog, you're prosecute soldiers. For that, he got one set of horrors. And then when Marie gone down walker, they run and they call the same carer. You say Mahathir too quiet and soft, and Victor Campbell is a big show. You were what Eric Kamal call neither part. If it's a badge on you want, we'll call Dr.